time for monthly favorites. It is the end of September almost, and it's been quite the month for me, to be honest. Crazy busy at work. Um, Very transitional for my kid. Um, and to be honest, my anxiety levels have been running higher than usual, which will probably explain some of the choices of things to share today. But it is what it is. Um, Life does not stop. I feel like growing up is just jumping from one crisis to another, and you just kind of smiling and doing your makeup through all of it. So for everybody who's having a hard time, just hang in there. It tends to change. It tends to improve until something else happens, and that's just how it goes. So on that cheerful note, I will get you started with some fun things that I really enjoyed this past month. And the first thing that I'm going to start with is my new bag. If you have seen some of my earlier videos, you know that I've done like a what's in my bag kind of show and tell at some point that I can link below. Um, I am just such a bag lady. Like, and what I mean by that is like big bag lady. I always have so much stuff with me. I always carry giant totes. And I am kind of trying to change that a little bit because honestly, I end up carrying all my crap all over town. And earlier this month, I was just shopping in a bookstore and realized how tremendously heavy my bag was, to the point of actually just kind of hurting my shoulder. And I thought that was ridiculous. So I got this one from Sense. I don't know if you can see it, but it's this kind of boxy. I think it's called a Boston shape. That it's a little bit trendy right now, and it's by the brand Marge Sherwood. I have never purchased anything from them before, but this bag is really high quality, and I think it's a really for given what how high the quality is. I think the price point is amazing. It was around $400, I believe, when I purchased it, maybe just a little bit more. And I love the silver zipper and the white stitching on it. And the leather is incredibly soft, but also keeps its structure. And what I like about this bag is that it can carry a lot, actually, probably more than it looks like. And in a pinch, I can also jam my computer in it, but I try not to. Um, so yeah, so far I'm really happy with it. When I end up going into the office, I just carry this for my essentials, and then I have just like a book tote with my computer, my thermos, lunchbox, things like that. So this is really fun. And also, I don't know, it's just like it reminds me of college somehow, even though in college I was just a total dork and wore backpacks all the time. But it feels really academic to me, which I love. Okay, so all the things that I'm actually going to be showing you are coming out of the bag. Oh, I'm just so bad at this, you guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, trust me that all of the things are coming out of the bag. So you know that it can fit at least as much, but actually 10 times more. All right. So I'm going to start with my favorite book of the month. And if you know me from my Substack, you're not going to be surprised by this one at all. This is a new Claire-Louise Bennett. The book is not out yet officially. It comes out in October. I had to beg, honestly, badger, annoy, I don't know. I had to really stay persistent with the publicity team at Riverhead in order to get this advanced reader copy, but I have no shame and no regrets because I'm the biggest Claire-Louise Bennett fan in the whole entire world, and I was absolutely not going to be able to live with myself if I didn't get an early copy of this book. It's my favorite book of the month. It's just wonderful. Claire-Louise Bennett is typically somewhat, difficult to read. Her writing is very fragmented and disjointed, stream of consciousness. She does not fill in any of the gaps in the narrative. She does not give you a clean answer or an explanation or a key to understand what she's talking about. But this book, this is her third book, is the most accessible. It's way more accessible than her previous two. It is more traditional in narrative structure. It is very clear to understand who the narrator is and who the rest of the characters in the book are. And if you are Claire-Louise Bennett fan and you already kind of and you love the weirdness of her work, and this sounds kind of disappointing to you, don't be disappointed, because it very much is still her, but a little bit easier to kind of digest, which was really appreciated on my part, especially because I was reading it in a month of frazzle, and I don't think I had the brain capacity to like read something stranger than this. But I still kind of got that like satisfying Claire-Louise Bennett, like, who are you? How does your mind come up with this shit? Like satisfying feeling from reading this. This is a book about relationships, and especially past relationships. A woman is connecting and reflecting on her relationships with a previous lover, a former teacher, and another teacher that she had dealings with. We get the impression that those were inappropriate, perhaps. And she's just kind of thinking through all of these relationships and what they mean and why they unfolded the way that they did. I don't want to say more than that because, I want you to read it. But if you have been wondering about this one, if it's on your radar, just know it's coming and it's good. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is journaling related. And this is something that has honestly been my savior this past month. And it is what I'm calling my creative journal. I was calling it a junk journal for a while, but I don't think this is junk. So I'm just not going to use those terms. As I was mentioning earlier, I just have felt really anxious and tired and kind of borderline unable to cope with my life. Nothing bad personally has happened. It's just, just life, busyness, work, parenting, the state of the world as we know it. I'm really affected by the political state, and I don't want to say more than that because I don't want to, that's not the purpose of this channel, but I have been really affected by it, and I have been finding myself really struggling in my reading. I've read a lot, but it has not been an enjoyable experience exactly. And I also found myself really unable to journal because I just felt like, what is there to say? If I started to write about everything that was kind of on my mind and bothering me, like I was not going to be able to get through it. So what I started doing instead was doing this kind of more creative journaling practice. And, this was inspired by my very kind of happy experience travel journaling this summer. I can share some of my content that I created around that, but also some really fun creative journaling content that I've been following on Instagram and TikTok. I will share some of those accounts. And again, I'm going to shout out my friend Nikki because she's my constant source of inspiration and reference materials for anything journaling related. So anyway, I think I'm just going to do like a full flip through this journal because it has been so fun to me. But this is my pocket-sized Paper Republic journal with the black cover and the red elastic. Okay, this is it. And then inside I have just the regular blank insert that the journal comes with. And these pages have kind of ended up looking like this. And I have had so much fun to the point of ridiculousness, just filling full spreads with some fun paper thingies that I have been collecting, but also, as you probably already know, I have just so much, I don't know, fun stationery, paper and washi tape and stickers and little notebooks and notepads. And I've actually been doing a lot of this at night while Remy, my kid, takes her bath. So while she does that, actually right behind this wall, I sit at my desk and journal, and any one of these spreads has basically taken 5 or 10 minutes, really not more than that. And it has just been such a savior for me. It has been the only way in which I have been able to not only turn off my anxious monkey brain, but also replace those kind of frazzled feelings with something calm and creative. I really encourage you to click on some of the links that I'm going to include with this video that have to do with this part of the conversation, because it has really made a huge difference for me. And I feel like it's just always nice to know what your tools are for dealing with whatever you have going on, because life can be a lot sometimes. Okay, the next thing that I want to show you is the next two things are beauty related. And I always feel like such a loser sharing beauty and skincare stuff, because I'm really just not, I mean, I like makeup and skincare, but I don't know what I'm doing at all. And also, I don't want you to think that I feel like I look amazing or anything like it. Anyway, I just like this stuff. So, okay. So I'm the last person in the world to get one of these Hourglass palettes. And for those of you, if there's like two more of us who haven't seen them, this is what they look like. They have a giant mirror and they have 6 colors, and the colors are 3 blushes at the bottom, and then a setting powder, or like a finishing powder, they call it, a highlighter, and a bronzer. I don't know if you're starting to see this pattern in me, but I just love a kit or like a cute box with things in it, or a collection that kind of belongs together. That just fills my heart with so much joy. But what I love about this is that essentially I have everything that I need to just like get ready in one container. So when I'm trying to get ready in the morning for work, or just, to be presentable for my endless Zoom calls that I participate in, I can just use this one thing and it's great. I can also travel with it easily, because instead of packing like all these different types of products and boxes and containers, I can just have it all in one place. Also, how freaking amazing is this container? This is the swan version. There's a deer one, I want to say like a lion one, just different color combinations. This is the one that worked for my complexion, I think, but also I'm so glad. I think I would have gotten it because of this one anyway. The containers, like the decorations, are done by a Ukrainian artist, and I'll see if I can find more information about her, because I think she's so cool and her work is beautiful. So this has been amazing. And the last thing that I want to share is something that, okay, this is the thing that I'm just like, should I or shouldn't I? Because I feel, I don't know, this is just not that impressive, and I feel so basic sharing it, but it's the Merit perfume. And I'm inspired to share this by so many of my friends who share perfume and fragrance. I am just not knowledgeable at all, so I can't even describe what this does for me, but maybe I can kind of, I don't know. I have just had such a strong reaction to it that I feel really kind of compelled to share it, because it may make some of you give this a try. So I received a little sampler with something that I bought from Merit of the perfume when it launched, and it has smelled so good to me in that teeny tiny container that I wanted to eat it. I know it's just really weird, but it's just this kind of really like or the kind of like low tone of fragrance that really smells like skin and musk. It's sweet and warm, but not too sweet and not too warm. And it has notes of pear, bergamot, and a little bit of jasmine, which is my favorite fragrance. So it has just, I mean, it's just been so delightful to me. My husband has like come into my office a couple of times. It's like, what is this smell? Like, are you eating something? What is this? It just smells so delicious. And we figured out that that's what he was picking up on. So I wanted to share with you, and let me know if you like it. I feel like it's just such a commercial brand at this point that maybe it's too basic for your taste, but I personally love it. My taste in perfume is like, I really like the original Glossier You, and I really like the vanilla perfume by Atelier Cologne, which is a French perfume house that is very difficult to get in the States. They used to sell in Sephora, but they don't anymore. And I really like Santal 33. I know that's just also super basic, but I just love that kind of fragrance that kind of hits you kind of at the bottom back of your throat. So this has been great for me. So that's all I have for you guys this month. I have plans to do another video of like a flip through with more kind of closer look into my creative journal, because I think that that's going to be a fun thing to kind of look into. And as I'm preparing to do that, I also want to leave you with a question. Obviously, tell me if any of these things seemed interesting to you, and if you have any questions. But also for all of the journaling and notebook friends that watch these videos, like, please send me some videos on storage ideas and like how to organize the madness that is starting to kind of accumulate around my office. I have so many little bitty thingies, and now that I'm journaling more and using them more regularly, all of the washi tapes, all of the stickers are just exploding all over my office, and it's just not cute. We need to take care of that. So if you have any sources of inspiration, or if you want to share your wisdom on how you organize your stuff, please let me know. Okay, I hope that you've had a wonderful September. If it was difficult, I feel you. Hang in there, and we'll chat more soon. Bye.